Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, all Guru Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Devidasi Mataji, Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I think Prabhuji had joined, so we can start.
Okay, Mataji. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are fortunate to have His Grace Ramanand Kani Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Danval Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining call, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time and association to this morning and enlightening us on this topic, significance of Bahulastami. I would like to hand over call to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to glorify the Lord's pastimes on this most auspicious day. Hope I'm audible and clear.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can able to hear.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, is it possible to give me access to share the screen?
Yes, Prabhu, I gave you, right? You are now focused.
Thank you, Mataji. 1 second. Hare Krishna. So is this screen is visible to all?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much once again. So today is auspicious day of Bahulastami. Before that, I would like to thank all the Mataji's organizers for inviting me for today's session. Basically, the session goes in 2 parts. I will be glorifying the Bahulastami, the importance, significance of Bahulastami.
Prabhuji, today is Bahulastami, na?
Mataji?
Yeah. Okay, I thought it's Gopashtami.
Both are one and same, Mataji.
Okay.
Thank you. So, very briefly, we'll have glorification of Bahulastami, and then we'll proceed with it is connected. I'm going to talk about a book which is perfectly connected to the occasion which we are discussing today. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, okay, before going into the session, I would like to introduce myself. I'm sorry about that. I did not introduce. Dear Prabhujis Matajis, my name is Ramanand Kani. I am Brahmanical initiated from His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj, and I am serving his lotus feet. I am serving the mission of Srila Prabhupada for the last 20+ years, and I am working as a CFO in one of the groups in Middle East. Presently, I am in Mathura Desh, which is called Muscat in Karmi name. Even in this part of the world, because of security reasons, we have places also got initiated. The countries also got initiated. So the spiritual name of this country where I am in is Mathura Desh. Karmi name is Muscat, Sultanate of Oman. So I'm here for last many years serving the yatra, and I've been conducting Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Vriksha classes in this Middle East, and also Chetan Charitamrita classes for last many years. So His Grace Baldev Prabhu is my mentor. He is a very good friend of mine, and Prabhu used to come regularly for our Chetan Charitamrita study class also. So Prabhu has mentioned about this Sangha, and I'm very much excited to be part of this session. So thank you very much once again. So we'll proceed with very briefly. I'll describe about the Bahulastami. Then we'll go for a discussion about the book, which I want to introduce to all of you. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he visited Vrindavan, that time Radhakund was hidden. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was searching for Radhakund and Shyamakund, and finally he found both of them as a small pond in one of the paddy field. So this sloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 18.7. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying the importance of Radhakunda. Sabha gopi hai te Radha Krishner preyasi taiche Radha Kunda priya priyara sarasi. Translation: of all the gopis, Radharani is the dearmost. Similarly, the lake known as Radhakunda is very dear to the Lord because it is very dear to Srimati Radharani. Radhakunda, as being explained by, glorified by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is actually not different from Srimati Radharani. Here, Lord Chaitanya says that of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is dearmost to Supreme Lord. And because Radhakunda was very dear to Supreme Lord, so this has become very dearmost to Srimati Radharani. So on Bahulastami day, Radhakunda was appeared. Very briefly, we'll discuss about appearance of Radhakunda. We all know this pastime, wonderful pastime of how Lord Krishna has killed Arishtasura, who has come in the form of a bull. So Arishtasura, sent by Kamsa, he has taken the bull form and comes to kill Lord Krishna. It's a very long fight happens between both of them, and finally Krishna kills Arishtasura, who was in the form of a bull. So when Krishna kills Arishtasura or a bull, then he goes to meet Srimati Radharani and other gopis. Radharani refuses to come closer to Krishna. She says that you have committed a great sin by killing a bull. You need to take bath in all the holy rivers of these three words. Then only the sin committed by you will be cleared. Krishna says, that is fine, I'll do it right now. Immediately he kicked the earth. Immediately he kicked the earth. He kicked the earth with it's a heel, and all the it has formed a big pond, and he invited all the holy rivers into that pond. So all the holy rivers entered that pond. That pond was Shamakund, and Krishna has taken bath in that pond, and he told Radharani and the gopis that I have purified myself by taking bath in all the holy rivers. What about you? You have taken the side of a demon, and how you are going to purify yourselves? Then he says, you should also get purified. Then all the gopis, headed by Srimati Radharani, they started digging the pond with the help of the bangles. And within 1 hour, they digged a big pit, and they brought Manasi Ganga. All the gopis, they formed a big, huge chain, and they brought in the Manasi Ganga, which is almost 5 kilometers away from the place, and filled the pond. And the personification of all the holy rivers, they wanted to enter into the pond created by Srimati Radharani and gopis. So they asked permission from Srimati Radharani. Radharani says, they beg for permission. They say that Krishna wants to serve you, and we want to enter into your holy pond. So with a great mercy, Radharani gave permission to the holy rivers, the personification of all the holy rivers, to enter into that pond. So that pond has become Radhakund. So this is the glory of Bahulastami, which Mataji asked me to glorify. So as a Gopashtami, Lord Krishna, who became 8 years old on this day, he wanted to graze the bigger cows, because children, Krishna as a child has been grazing the cows all these days. Now he says, I am grown up, I want to graze the bigger cows. So he went and asked Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda says, no, beta, you are too small to graze the cows. So he didn't leave. He went and asked Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj could not refuse very sweet request by Lord Krishna. So he arranged brahmanas to recite various mantras and made Krishna to start grazing cows on this day. And Srimati Radharani is a very long pastime because we want to connect this pastime to the book which we are going to discuss. So to cut a long story short, Srimati Radharani takes the form of a gopa on this day, and he accompanies Krishna while he starts grazing the cows. Cows are very dear to Lord Krishna. That's why even his eternal abode is named after cows. So it is called Goloka Vrindavan. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a wonderful process for all of us to easily go back to Goloka Vrindavana. Goloka Vrindavana is a place where Lord eternally performing his wonderful pastimes. So I am taking this opportunity to understand the glories of Golok Vrindavana through this humble attempt of mine, which is called Easy Journey to Goloka. Since we seen as a Gopashtami today, how dear the cows are to Lord, and how dear Gopis and Srimati Radharani to Supreme Lord. All the acharyas insist that we should try to go back to Godhead by end of this life. So this book, which is Easy Journey to Goloka, the real art of dying, is a humble attempt by me, Ramanand Kani, paving the most easiest process given by acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, how one can easily travel, go back to Golok Vrindavan. So this is a book which has been released a month ago. We will, in this small presentation, I am trying to highlight what is the importance of this book, why we should read this book, and what is the content of this book. One of the devotees, senior devotee, asked me when I was writing this book, Prabhuji, we have so many scriptures. Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas have written so many books. Do we really need one more book to supersede them? Was a question asked by a senior devotee. Easy Journey to Goloka is not a replacement or an alternative to the books written by our acharyas. This book actually complements to understand the teachings of acharyas in the form of an allegorical story. So this is this book, as we see the cover page, which we are going to discuss further. I'm sorry if there was any confusion about the topic we are going to discuss today, but I want to connect an occasion to this this book, Easy Journey to Goloka. So this is not a replacement or an alternate to the books written by our acharyas. This only complements. This book is a summary, is an essence of the scriptures given by our acharyas in the form of an allegorical story. Because we have experienced that the new members are not very keen to read the scriptures during initial days. As they start practicing Krishna consciousness, so over a period of time they get a taste. So this book attempts to give the philosophy given by Srila Prabhupada and acharyas in the form of a beautiful story. If you see, this is a cover page. As many times I used to say during my lectures, cover page of the book is so important. From the cover page, we get wonderful lessons. It actually talks the whole gist of the book. The cover page of this book, Easy Journey to Goloka, The Art of Dying. The title is the first point which I want to highlight. Easy Journey to Goloka. One of the senior devotees asked me, Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada has written Easy Journey to Other Planets. He didn't write Easy Journey to Goloka. How can you dare to use this title for this book? It was a curious question by one senior devotee. I told Prabhuji, this book is written in such a way that no other title can match the story of this book. I wanted to highlight that the process of going back to Goloka, because we hear from our acharyas, from our spiritual master, that you should go back to Golok Vrindavan by end of this life. In fact, once I was glorifying my spiritual master, His Holiness Jeptak Maharaj, that Gurudev, I want you to be my spiritual master life after life. Every life I want you to be my spiritual master. Then my spiritual master was very angry. He said, you want me to come back to this material world again and again for you? You should go back to Golok Vrindavan by end of this life. That instruction of my spiritual master is an inspiration for this book. And while I was taking Chaitanya Charitamrita study class, while reading, I have seen so many wonderful characters, wonderful roles in Chaitanya Charitamrita who committed most abominable sinful activities and fallen down. Even they were associating with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they could fall down from the spiritual path and died in most miserable conditions. Chota Haridas is one example. I was thinking, they were so close associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even such people, they could fall down from the, of course, these are all the pastime of the Lord, to show us how careful, how cautious one should be in our spiritual life. I was thinking, such a people, such a wonderful devotees could fall down from the spiritual path. What is the remedy? How such people can go back to Golok Vrindavan? I was meditating on this question. And the solution for this was revealed by Lord in a very mysterious form. Lord Jagannath was so kind, so mysterious. In a very mysterious situation, he revealed this theme and the title, including a title. Theme of the book was revealed by Lord in a very mysterious situation. So this book cannot have any other title than Easy Journey to Goloka, because I wanted to highlight how easy, because the new devotees, neophytes, when they come into Krishna consciousness, the Bhakti Vriksha members, when they come into Krishna consciousness, they feel it is a most tedious process, most difficult process for one to experience. Through this book, I wanted to convey a message. Through his wonderful story, I wanted to convey a message how easy is a journey to Goloka Vrindavan. You can see in Goloka, there is a butterpot, flute, and peacock feather. These three has a great point to convey for the book. These three are very dear to Lord after Gomata. And these three, by putting this picture of butterpot, flute, and peacock feather, wanted to convey a message that anybody can serve the Lord in any of the mood, any of the rasas. We know we have 5 different rasas: Santa, Dasya, Sakhyam, Vasalya, and Madhurya rasa. And butterpot, flute, and peacock feather, they are serving the Lord in Santa rasa. So any rasa can be connected with the Lord in Golok Vrindavan. The glorification of all these rasas, how Lord exchanges. Lord has a wonderful exchange of his pastimes with the devotees in different rasas is explained in this book. And the art of dying. One of the new devotee he was not a full-time devotee. He was very new to the Krishna consciousness, and he was aged. He shared me of reading the book. He said, Prabhuji, we had a fear of death all these years. When I read the book, he told, I am waiting for the death now. I understand how glorious is a death for a devotee, and what happens once we leave the body, when we go back to Golok Vrindavana. What happens to us? How glorious is our relationship with Supreme Lord and exchange of our relationship, pastimes with the Supreme Lord. We could understand from this book. This is what the Prabhu has shared. And we can see here, Lord Shyamsundara is engaged in various pastimes with Srimati Radharani and Sakhis. This is what Lord does in Golok Vrindavana. He has no other work than engaging in transcendental pastimes with his devotees. So when we go back, we have an opportunity to engage in the rasa in which we are connected to the Lord in Golok Vrindavan. So this aspect is highlighted in this book. And for your information, none of the aspect of this book was my own concoction. Everything was taken from the scriptures, teachings of acharyas. Only I put them in the form of a story so that the new devotees also can easily understand. And you can see behind Radha and Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This shows Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is non-different from and is a combination of Radha and Krishna. And how merciful is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explained in this book. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he is there on this cover page. So when I mentioned about Lord Nityananda Prabhu, devotees started searching on the cover page. Where is Lord Nityananda on this cover page? He has spread in the form of his energy. The color blue depicts the energy of Lord Nityananda, how he facilitates various pastimes for the Lord in Goloka Vrindavan. And most significant part of this book cover page is the 9 steps you can see here. 9 steps denotes the 9 stages of bhakti for one to go back to Goloka Vrindavan. Starting from Shraddha till Prema. How various stages a devotee will pass through during his journey to Goloka Vrindavana is explained in the form of a wonderful story in this book. So that 9 steps signifies the 9 stages of bhakti. And finally, there are 2 people climbing the steps. One person is going, he was in the front, and the person in the karmi dress, he is following him. The person who is leading is a spiritual master, and the person behind in karmi dress signifies any person in this material world, any karmi in this material world can go back to Golok Vrindavana by end of this life itself. This is a point which I was trying to highlight, because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a so simple process which has been given by Srila Prabhupada to all of us. By following that process, any person can go back to Golok Vrindavana by end of this life itself. So that reason I depicted the person following the spiritual master in a karmi dress. It was intentional. So any person can go back to, but what he has to do is following footsteps of spiritual master, which is highlighted on the cover page of this book. The only thing required to do is following footsteps of acharyas, spiritual master. So this is what depicted on the cover page of the book. What is the easy journey to Goloka? It is the journey of a fallen, conditioned, and offensive person to Goloka Vrindavana. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayisyami masuchaha. If you notice very carefully, Krishna says, aham tvam sarvapapebhyo. He didn't say aham tvam sarva aparadebhyo. This is very significant. Any sin can be forgiven by the Lord. He says, whatever sins you committed, everything will be completely erased, eradicated, and you will go back to Godhead. You will come back to my abode. He didn't say sarva aparadebhyo. So in this book, I try to highlight what is the difference between a sin and offense, how heinous crime is committing an offense to the lotus feet of a Vaishnava. So this is highlighted in this book in the form of a story. Even a person committed billions of sins, he can go back to spiritual world very easily just by surrendering to Supreme Lord. But if he has committed even one aparadha, one offense to the lotus feet of a pure Vaishnava, it is very difficult, because as we see in the coming slides, how difficult is committing such an offense or recovering from such an offense. So in this book, a process is highlighted to understand how a person can, who has committed the offenses, can go back to Goloka Vrindavana. The process as given by the Acharyas, the process as given by the scriptures is highlighted in this book. And the glories of Navadip is highlighted in this book. Because the glories of Navadip, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, we all know, it's a Chanavatar, is a hidden incarnation of Lord. It's not incarnation, he is the Lord himself. But he is a hidden Lord in Kali Yuga. So is Navadip. So in this book, I try to take out the so many hidden shastrical references highlighting the glories of Navadip. It is non-different from Vrindavana. So that is highlighted in this book. Now we are entering into most important aspect of the book: surfing, snorkeling, and scuba diving. Surfing, we all know, from, you can see from this picture, this definition of surfing, what is written on the left side is taken from Wikipedia. Not even word is changed from this. I'm trying to relate this definition to the context of the book. When a person wants to understand the ocean, he can do in three different phases, three different stages. The first one is surfing. By this, he can understand how vast is the ocean, how big is the ocean, and how strong are the waves of the ocean. And now and then some of the fishes and some of the other creatures comes on the water, and then they go back inside. Surfing is a surface water pastime in which the wave rider, referred to as a surfer, rides on the forward part or face of a moving wave, which usually carries the surfer towards the shore. The person who comes into Krishna consciousness newly, a newcomer, will experience this. He finds it very difficult to follow the process. He's chanting, following Ekadashi, and so many other, like following four regulative principles. These are all, he finds it very difficult and he gets distracted. Surfing is that particular aspect of this book. Actually, this book, whole book, is divided into three parts, as I said: surfing, snorkeling, and scuba diving. Surfing is that part of the book wherein the basics of Krishna consciousness is introduced to the reader. By the way, the reader, as he starts reading this book, this is, I'm telling from the experience of those who have read this book, he travels along with the hero of this book. Literally, he feels that he is the one who is traveling. The reader will think that he will experience that he is the one who is traveling along with the hero of the book to various abodes and various places. So the person who newly came into Krishna consciousness, he undergoes this phase of surfing, trying to understand the ocean of bhakti. So there are various aspects, as you see here. Some of them are intentionally hiding to not to reveal the content of the book in detail. At the end of this surfing of a devotee who takes up the process of Krishna consciousness, the actual journey begins for him. Means he comes into Krishna consciousness, like the sadhaka who comes into Krishna consciousness finds it very difficult because Maya keeps dragging him, as the waves dragging him back to the shore for surfing. Maya keeps dragging him to this material world, to the sense gratification, to the enjoyment. Snorkeling is a process whereby a person who wants to understand what or wants to know what is inside the ocean, he uses a special equipment. Use of a special equipment allows the snorkeler to observe underwater attractions for extended periods with a relatively little effort and to breathe while face down at the surface. So what happens for the person who is doing a snorkeling, he could see the various creatures inside the water. He is not deep diving into the water. He is floating on the water by use of a special equipment, as you see here on the picture. The help of a tube, he is breathing, but still he could see what is inside the water. So this phase of journey of a sadhaka in Krishna consciousness helps a devotee to understand the intricacies of Krishna consciousness. He starts enjoying the bliss. He starts enjoying the process of Krishna consciousness. It's no more a tiring activity. Oh, I had to do chanting, I had to do this, I had to do. No more. He crosses that stage and he starts experiencing bliss. He's not deep diving yet, but this stage of Krishna consciousness, this stage of bhakti is compared to a snorkeling, wherein he starts enjoying the process of Krishna consciousness. He could practically see, he's not experiencing, but he could practically see what is inside the ocean. So a person practicing sadhaka, he starts understanding the intricacies of Krishna consciousness, while as he reads the scriptures, as he continues to engage in the sadhana, chanting holy name of the Lord, following four regular principles, he starts experiencing or enjoying the bliss. So this stage is snorkeling. So in this also there are 6 chapters are there. The 11th chapter is Maya in Mayapur. This is there where I try to glorify the Navadip. And this phase of the book ends with a chapter, Art of Dying, a way to immortality. Every one of us want to, like in this material world, I'm not talking about the devotees. In general, people want to remain immortal. They want to have a disease-free life. How to achieve that is what this book is trying to give in the form of a story. And the third aspect of the book is the scuba diving. You can see here the person who deep dives into the ocean. See the difference. The first one, a person is trying to understand only how big is the ocean. He does only surfing. That is the initial process in Krishna consciousness. And then he starts experiencing, he starts witnessing what is inside the ocean, inside the process of Krishna consciousness. when he start associating with the devotees, he'll start finding it more blissful. And scuba diving, he practically deep dives into the ocean, and he can even touch, feel. You see the beautiful creation inside the water. He can see, not only see, he can even experience, he can touch them. What is required for that? Scuba diving is a mode of underwater diving where the diver uses a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, scuba, which is completely independent of a surface supply to breathe underwater. So you can see here the person carrying a cylinder to breathe air inside the water. So he needs a special equipment, special mode of equipments he requires so that he can deep dive into the ocean and experience. The first stage he heard, second stage he saw, third stage he is experiencing, which is scuba diving. And for a devotee, when he engages, when he enters into scuba diving aspect of Krishna consciousness, he gets a spiritual body, and he will go back to, rather he will go back to spiritual world with the help of a spiritual body. He can start experiencing, not only witnessing stage has gone in the snorkeling. He starts experiencing with the help of the special equipments. So this aspect is explained in this book, the third part of the book, which is called scuba diving. So the special equipment what we are talking about is the spiritual body, which he gets with the help of spiritual body. So in this book, the hero of the book, hero of the story, he passes through various abodes. At once it looks like a Brihad Bhagavatam story, but no, it is completely different from Brihad Bhagavatam story, wherein he practically experiences the spiritual world. And along with the hero of the book, when we travel along with him, we also experience the various abodes of the Lord. It is completely different from Brihad Bhagavatam for those who are read, completely different. The experiences are completely different, and all the experiences completely authorized experiences as given by the Shastras. Here in this book, you can see the mysteries of creation. We can experience scuba diving into spiritual world. We can see how Vaikuntha is, what happens in the Vaikuntha, what is there in Golak Vrindavan, and different rasas, how like Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, Rasa, how the devotees are engaged in a exchange of relationship with the Lord. What is their mood in which they are experiencing the pastimes with the Lord? This is explained in this book. And the abode of Golak Vrindavana, which is made of Chintamani, is explained. And finally, the end of journey, as he reaches the mysterious place of spiritual world, which is, I'm not talking about Golak Vrindavana. One more mysterious place is discussed in this book, which I will show in the next slide, coming slides. So this book talks about search for happiness. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Mam upetya punar janma dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gataha. After attaining me, great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So he says that don't waste time in this material world. Baba, come back. This world is full of miseries. And what we are doing, we are searching for happiness in a wrong place. So this book highlights the process we should start from this material world to search for the happiness. The process because we know happiness doesn't exist in this material world, but the process given by acharyas, we should start in this material world with this human body so that we attain happiness when we go back to spiritual world. So the whole process was given in the form of a story. And as I said, the offenses is the most heinous crime, offenses to the lotus feet of Vaishnavas. So mad elephant offense, which Lord Chaitanya Prabhu says. So when we engage in the mad elephant offense, there is no remedy for this, because the whole devotional creeper is plucked with the roots and completely destroyed. How one should avoid committing Vaishnava offense, what one should do when he commits a Vaishnava offense, is discussed in this book in the form of a story. And I will end in a few minutes from now. The glories of Shikshashtakam was highlighted. We all know Lord Chaitanya Prabhu has given very few sloka, only 8 slokas he has given in the form of instructions. And the glories of these 8 slokas, Shikshashtakam, is very detailedly explained in this form of a story. As the hero of the book passes through various stages, with the help of each verse of Shikshashtakam, how he advances himself in Krishna consciousness is highlighted in this book. Following instructions of a Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru is very important. The way you can see the picture depicted on this slide is my Shiksha Guru. We understand from this book what is the need of a Shiksha Guru in our spiritual life, how important is to follow the instructions of a Shiksha Guru is highlighted. Shiksha Guru is the one who helps us from the distractions of Maya Devi. Subhadra Mai, as we see in this picture, she is not different from Yogamaya, and Yogamaya's energy is Mahamaya. She is the one who distracts us, and Shiksha Guru is the one who helps us to avoid distractions or to control distractions of Mahamaya. So in this book, very detailedly highlighted what is the importance of and need of following instructions of Shiksha Guru. Not only Shiksha Guru, even Diksha Guru for that matter, is highlighted in this book. How to remain immortal forever. This is a dream for many of us, rather not the devotees, but this book highlights how to remain immortal forever by following the real art of dying. This book discusses how to master the art of attaining happiness and staying immortal. So this is highlighted in this book. Intricacies of spiritual world is explained, as I mentioned before. This gives an opportunity for the reader to understand, it's like a trailer, what we are supposed to do, what we are going to do when we go back to spiritual world. We can practically see, not only see, we can experience as we travel along with the hero of the book. One beautiful realization shared by one of the devotee who read the book, he said, as we read the book, we feel that we are traveling along with the character. We are traveling to various abodes, because everything is taken from the scriptures. Nothing is my own concoction. So various intricacies of spiritual world is explained. And finally, this book ends with Vrajamandala and Gauramandala. Gauramandala is a beautiful concept which is hidden in the scriptures. Actually, in spiritual world, Gauramandala exists. This is a very hidden information from the scriptures. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur has highlighted this in his books. So we understand the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even in Golak Vrindavana, his pastimes are happening. So this is highlighted along with scriptural references. Nothing is concoction. So just a few slides, we'll see the reviews of the senior devotees who read the book. Almost everyone knows who is Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. He is doing very active role in Govardhaniko village. He says, Easy Journey to Golaka, written by Ramanand Kani Prabhu, is an innovative way of introducing bhakti philosophy to a newcomer. The interesting characters, intriguing narrations makes it treat for the seekers seriously pursuing their spiritual journey. So this is highlighted by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. His Grace Vraja Krishna Prabhu, some of you may be aware, he is from Bulgaria. He is disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. He read the book. He reviewed, he says, I recommend this book not only for the newcomers to Krishna consciousness, but also for the seasoned devotees, because it definitely has the power to nourish and inspire our creeper of devotion to Krishna. It's a beautiful effort, which I give heartfelt 10 out of 10. So Vraja Prabhu is a very senior brahmachari disciple of Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. So he is my mentor, one of the Shiksha Gurus. So he read the book and is so inspired, and he gave this comment. And every one of you know Baldev Prabhu, he is very regular visitor for your Sangha. So this is what he says. Truly an exciting masterpiece story, superb thought process, what a story lineup. So much immense faith this book is all about. So Prabhu is my mentor, critic, as well as a Shiksha Guru. I take a lot of guidance from him. And Prabhu was so happy after reading this book. He asked me one question, which I could share the answer with him. I not revealed that to anybody else. He asked me, Prabhuji, where from you got this concept of mysterious story? So that is the easy journey of Goloka by the hero of the book. So it's a very mysterious story. Once you read, you will understand. He's Prashant Mukund Prabhu from ISKCON Dwaraka. He's a disciple of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. One of the aspects of this book that were specifically interesting was the creative story based on references taken from the scriptures to make even a new person understand the philosophy as told by Srila Prabhupada and other acharyas. They're all great elevated souls, elevated devotees who read the book and reviewed. There are so many reviews, I could take only few because of shortage of time. This last review covered in this is my Shiksha Guru. When a Vaishnava Guru recommends Lord Krishna to forgive a soul, the Lord not only forgives but also blesses with a pure devotion. This is highlighted in this book. How important is for us to follow the instructions of the spiritual master, follow the instructions of Shiksha Guru is highlighted, so that a person can easily overcome all the sins and offenses committed by him, not only this life, even in the past lives. So Sri Krishnakant Prabhu, he is my Shiksha Guru. So here ends my presentation. This is Easy Journey to Goloka. One point I want to highlight before I stop the session is how can you help for this book? Why, first of all, why you should read this book, why you should promote this book? This book is easy to understand the philosophy in the form of a story. It is more authorized process is discussed in this book, and this book is written with the blessings of my spiritual master, His Holiness Japadak Maharaj, and BBT has given blessings to use Srila Prabhupada's references in this book. I request every one of you to not only buy, it's available in Amazon, Flipkart, even any part of the world. Also promote the book within your friends, relatives, and devotee circle. The devotees who read the book have told that it's a very good reference book, not only for the new members who came into Krishna consciousness, but all the sadhakas in any level they are in. People, devotees are finding innovative ways to promote this book. They're sponsoring the books and give as gift on a special occasions, on some marriage day, birthdays, so that the book is introduced or promoted to the newcomers. More importantly, why one should promote this book is I'm giving 100% profits of this book to the divine cause of Temple of Vedic Planetarium. I'm not keeping even 1 cent of the book as a profit with me. Whatever profit is generated from this book, 100% is donated to the divine cause of Temple of Vedic Planetarium. So by promoting this book, you are helping indirectly, even a smallest way, but the person who is buying this book, newcomer is buying the book, newcomer, or you are gifting this to the newcomer, you are promoting this to your friend circle, you are helping indirectly to the divine cause of Temple of Vedic Planetarium. This book is not meant for my name, fame, money, profit, nothing. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, na kavitam, na jagadishakam. Nothing is required. It is purely to follow the instructions of our acharyas, to spread the instructions of our acharyas. I have written this book and request support from all the devotees to promote this book. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for patiently listening to me.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, introducing the easy journey to Goloka. Thank you very much for nice class. Devotees, if you have any questions, please go ahead.
No questions.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandot Pranama, August.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for coming on the call and introducing your book. We will I will let you know if anybody wants this and they want to take it. We'll coordinate like that. So
Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your enlightening class today, and we are very grateful to you. We look forward to your association again in future. So, if nobody has questions, we can end the call here. Let's offer our obeisance to Prabhuji and all devotees. Vancha kalpa tarubhesha kripa sindhuveva cha patitanam pavanobhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Srila
Mataji.
Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai, His Grace Ramanand Khan Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
I already bought the book, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji?
Yes, I already purchased the book, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Thanks for your. It is available in Amazon, so anybody can easily buy the book. So, and after reading the book, please do share your opinion. So my number can be taken from the Mataji, so you can share your views. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
We have next section, Vraja Parikrama by His Grace Padmasakhi Mataji. Mataji, are you in the call?
Mataji, yes, I am there. Hey, Dini Krishna, come.
Hare Krishna Mataji, then with pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Please, I would like to hand over call to you, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, I'm not able to share the screen.
No, I just gave, right? You joined from other device, Mataji? Just
I logged out from there and logged in from another.
sorry. Okay, I just gave. That's what I was wondering. How does it gone? Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. So thank you very much everybody for joining us for the Parikrama, and today is the very auspicious day is of Gopastami. Today is the day when Krishna went for cow herding today, and Radharani, like Mataji said, the pastime of Radharani wanted to meet Krishna, and she also dressed up like a Gopa boy, and she went to meet Krishna, and that's how when she wears the dress of a boy, we can see her lotus feet. Otherwise, Radharani doesn't show her lotus feet. So today is very very auspicious day for us. So please pray, and Mataji, you can start.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, you can make the screen bigger, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Dina Krishna, come sit. Thank you all so much for joining. And as Mataji said, today is very, very auspicious day, and we have discussed those pastimes just yesterday. So we can meditate on that. And today from Kokila, we will go from Kokila 1 to Sesha Sai. But before we go, let's do our prayers. So let's pray to Srimati Radharani, Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and all the Srila Prabhupada and all the Guru Vargas and all the assembled devotees, so that we'll be able to do our parikrama successfully. Thank you. So we know Kokila means cuckoo bird, right? So the forest is named after cuckoo bird. Let's see why. This is the map for today. Yeah, we'll start at Kokila 1, and then we'll go to Badi Batain, Choti Batain, then Charan Pahadi. Then from there, this is our path. We'll see this village here, and then we will go to Ksheerasagar Kund and Seshasai. Actually, these places are not very well visited. I mean, well known, but very, very beautiful pastimes and very beautiful temples. So Kokila, what happened was once Krishna went to this forest and he was trying to make these sing like Kokila, like the sounds the birds make, right? Nice coo coo like that. So he was trying to make those sounds, and and the birds were reciprocating. He was saying the sound and the birds were singing back. Then this sound went all the way to Yavat, and then the gopis were there, right? So these gopis wanted to go there. Then Vishaka Sakhi, she will slowly peek into the room of Jatila, and she will take the permission. Like, can we all go? Can Radharani also come? Can we all go and see those cuckoo birds? We hear a lot of sounds. Then Jatila says, okay, go take Radharani and all of you go. Then they all will go to this place, because in the Krishna entered this one and he was singing like Kokila. This came to be known as Kokila one. And they came here and they met Krishna and they had their sweet pastimes. So then in this place there is a lake also, we will see, and so many trees, and the trees have lots of different birds with nice humming sounds. If we go there, we can see that. And as Kokilavan is known for this temple, Shanidev temple. There is a big entrance and a big deity on the road. Then when we go to that entrance, we'll enter the Shanidev temple. So, yeah. So this is the temple and this is the deity. Every Saturday, if we go, like so many people, close to 20,000, like that, devotees, I mean, people will be there doing Shanidev Puja. And we ourselves know, maybe when we were small, our parents would many times say, we will, anything bad is happening, we are not studying well, this, any reason, they would just do this worship of Shanidev. They will go and give some the oil, right? And the oil is mustard oil. We will see why they are worshipping Shanidev with mustard oil also. There is a reason. So this is the deity. Lots of oil. Yeah, we'll see why. So this is 3 kilometers from Nandaga. And what happens is, Nanda Maharaj was celebrating Krishna's birthday. Then for that birthday, so many people were invited, sages were coming, then demigods were coming to see Krishna. Then Nanda Maharaj sees the Shanidev coming, and Shanidev is black, and we know how he's not there. So then Nanda Maharaj will say, no, please don't come. If you come, because we are all scared of Shani, we don't want Shani to enter, right? So Nanda Maharaj says that please don't come. If you come, then nobody will stay. They all will leave. So please don't come, like that he will be saying, Nanda Maharaj. Then when Nanda Maharaj says that, Shanidev will really feel very upset. Shanidev will feel very sad. Then when Shanidev feels sad, Krishna, obviously, he doesn't want his devotees. Shanidev is also working for Krishna, right? He's also a devotee of Krishna. He's also a demigod. So then Krishna will be thinking he wanted to give his darshan to Shanidev. So what he will do, he will go to Yashoda Maya and he will say, Maya, you know what? Yesterday night I got a bad dream. I got a nightmare. Then Yashoda Maya will ask, what happened? She will say, I got a ghostly. He will say, I got a ghostly person in my dream. He's like blackish, and he was saying, I will eat you. Because your mother is not, worshipping me. I am at Kokila one, but she never worshipped me. I'm going to eat you. Then Yashoda Maya immediately next day, she will hold Krishna and she will take him to Shanidev Mandir at Kokilavan. That is how Shanidev got the darshan of Lord Krishna. And why he is worshipped with mustard oil is, what happens is, one time Shanidev thinks that he is the greatest. And what will he do? He will go and he will challenge Hanuman. And Hanuman is very busy meditating. We know he always meditates on Ram Nam. Then names of Ram. Then when Shanidev goes, he'll be challenging, come on, let's fight. But Hanuman says, I'm busy, doing my meditation. Don't disturb me. But Shanidev is not listening and he keeps challenging. So Hanuman, what will he do? He will tie Shanidev with his tail, and he will make it even more tighter and more tighter and more tighter. Then, Hanuman is a monkey, right? So he'll be going here, he'll be going there with the Shanidev, and Shanidev is like, pain. And finally, he'll say, please, sorry, release me, release me. Then when Hanuman releases, the Shanidev's body is full sore and he will get pain everywhere. Hanuman will massage his body with mustard oil. So that's why Shanidev is worshipped with mustard oil. And one time Shanidev and Lakshmi will have an argument, like who is greatest amongst both of them. Lakshmi says, I am great. Shanidev says, I am great. Then
Shanidev has a bull or a cow?
Then they both will go to Narada Muni. Then Narada Muni, first Shanidev will go and ask, who is great? Who do you think is great, me or Lakshmi? Then Narada Muni says, no, who is great amongst the demigods, he asks. Then Narada Muni says, you are great. Shanidev comes out and Lakshmi Devi goes in. Then she will ask, who is great in the demigods? Then Narada Muni will say, you are great. Then after coming out, they will understand that he said great to both of them. Then they get confused and they ask, like, why did you say that? Then Narada Muni says that while going, Shanidev is the best. But while coming, Lakshmi Devi is the best. So that is one pastime about Shanidev.
Also, Mataji, one thing about Hanumanji and Shanidev, like when Shanidev tries to, bother Hanumanji, and he did not get anything. Means when we have like Vakra Drishti, like glance of Shanidev, and they have difficult time. But Hanumanji did not have any difficult time, and Shanidev bowed down to him, and he said, on Saturday, it's like when somebody worships Hanuman, he will now not have problem with me.
Oh,
It's Shanidev. So that's why people worship Hanumanji also on Saturday, and Shanidev also on Saturday.
thank you, Mataji. I didn't know that. Thank you. I will add that in my slide also. Okay, next we will come to the place called Baten. So this Baten is, this word is derived from Baitak. We know Baitak is the sitting place, right? We have seen Nanda Baitak in couple of places. So then, but here in this village, there like in the Baten village, there are two Batens. One is Chota Baten and one is Bada Baten. So Bhakti Ratnakar explains that originally
Baitan.
Betan. Sorry, Mataji. Betan. I
Baitan
don't know.
like a sitting. The who Krishna was sitting there, so it's like a Baitan.
Betan. Okay. So then you're seeing here Krishna is sitting by himself. There is no Balaram with him. Many pictures we see Krishna and Balaram sitting together. So why we will see actually because what happened is one time Krishna will be complaining to mother Yashoda, just not complaining. You know how like small children will say Abhaya did this, or brother might say no, the sister did this. No, they will be just telling what has happened, right? So one day this is described in Vrajabhumi Mohini, that uh, this pastime. So Krishna says to Yashoda Maya, Maya, do you know that Balaram killed a donkey? Then actually Yashoda Maya doesn't pay much attention also, because Balaram is very strong. So she's like, she doesn't pay that much attention, and he'll be explaining like how Balaram killed the donkey. He explains everything. Then what happens? Balaram overheard from another room. Then Balaram gets angry, like how, it's like a sweet pastime. It's not that really he gets angry, like how some our kids also it happens, right? So they're like, how can Krishna say this? So he will say, from tomorrow onwards, I'm not going to talk to Krishna. I am going to go by myself, and he is going to go by himself. So and then next day Balaramji goes by himself, and he will sit on a different place, and Krishna goes and Krishna sits on a different place. So that is how two different, like Chota and Bada. Chota one is the place where Krishna sat, and Bada is where Balaram sat. So that's how we have these two. And the place where Balaramji was sitting, we have a small Dauji temple, like how all the Vrindavan deities in Vrindavan, most like almost all the deities of Balaram are blackish complexion. So here also we have that deity. So we are crossing.
Krishna, Balram was in so much in love with Krishna, so he takes the form of Krishna, like a blackish form. So
Yeah,
that's how the deities are black there.
yeah, he's always meditating on Krishna's
Yeah,
pastimes.
always in Krishna's love.
Yeah, and then this place, we know, we were discussing about Sanatan Goswami, that how he travel from every village to village. He will keep traveling, and all the villages love Sanatan Goswami. They discuss their problems, and Sanatan Goswami even tells that what seed to plant, how your crop is. Like, did your daughter come to home? Did she deliver a nice baby? So just very nicely he would talk, and everybody would share his problems. And he also stopped at this place. When he stopped at this place, the villagers knew that he stays there only for a night. Then the next day they were just pleading him, please don't go, please stay. They were requesting him. They'll say, like, we will not even have our breath if you leave this place. So then Sanatan Goswami, to please all of them, he also stayed at this place. That is also mentioned in Bhakti Ratnakar. Then we have Charan Pahadi. We know we have seen Charan Pahadi in Kamyavan. So we have one more here in Kokila one, but the speciality of Charan Pahad in Kokila one is in Kamya one we have seen only Krishna's footprints, but in here very difficult. I didn't get one picture also. Here you will get all the means the impressions of cowherd boys, elephant, camel, cow, peacock. We have all different impressions on the stone, on the rocks at this Charan Pahadi. And then here is one.
Was playing flute. Mataji Krishna was playing flute, and because of that,
Yes.
the rock melted and all the footprints came on the rock.
Yes. Actually, in relation to Sanatan Goswami, even what happened, Sanatan Goswami, we know he has a bhajan kutir at Mansi Ganga, right? So every day he would go do Govardhan Parikrama and he would, come back to Vrindavan. Every single day he would do. And Sanatan Goswami became old. I think he was 65 or 70 something. The age is also mentioned, but I forgot. So then he becomes old, and Krishna was feeling so bad that, Sanatan Goswami every day still is coming and, doing Govardhan Parikrama. Then Krishna comes like a small cowherd boy and he will ask, like, you became old, why do you have to do this? To just stop, no need to come. But Sanatan Goswami says, no, I have to do the Parikrama. Then Krishna again, then also he plays his flute, and the rocks on the Govardhan, they melt. And Krishna gives it Krishna reveals his identity and gives it to Sanatan Goswami, and he will say, you can, circumambulate around this Govardhan Shila where my footprints are there, rather than coming here every day. That is there at Radha Damodar temple. So when Mataji said that they melted, I got reminded of that. Even the rocks melt for Krishna's flute sound. Here, and then we come to this village called Kotwan. This is actually 7 kilometers north of Kosi. So Kosi is a very, very like two important pastimes happened in Kosi. Even in Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrita, this village, this place is mentioned. So what happened here is one silly sweet pastime is, one time Kosi means who is there, like Kosi, who is there. This Prabhuji was explaining. Actually, he even explained how Kosi is who is there. It's like Sanskrit language. I didn't understand. He said Ka Asi is who is there. So in something he was mentioning alphabets that when Ka and Asi join together, the H goes down and it becomes Kosi. I don't know how that happens, but this was the explanation. So in Sanskrit, he was saying Kosi means who is there. Then so what happened, one time Krishna comes and he will be talking to Radharani, like teasing manner. Then Radharani from the window, he will be saying, it's me. Then Radharani will be asking, Kosi. Then he will say, it means Hari, like I am Hari. Then we sing Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa. Hari means lion, right? So Radharani will say, oh, lion, I don't want to see lion. Then again he will say, no, it's me. Then Radharani will say, Kosi. Then he will say, I am Sri Hari. Oh, then that's the name of a monkey. Oh, you're a monkey. You will steal all our stuff. I don't even want to come out and see. Again, he will say, no, it's me. I am Sham Sundar. Then Radharani will say, oh, Sham Sundar, that means cloud. Oh, you want to rain now? If you rain, all the householders will get lot of trouble. Why do you want to rain now? Don't rain. Go to some agriculture land somewhere and then you rain there, like that she will say. Again, he will say, then she'll ask Kosi, he will say, I am Madhav. Oh, Madhav means spring. Now this is the middle of winter. How come spring season will come now? I don't want to see you. Again, he will say, I am Madhusudan. Oh, Bumblebee, you will going to sting us. I don't want to see you. Then he will finally say, I am Krishna. Then she will say, oh, black snake. No, you will bite me. Please don't come. So like that funny conversation, whatever Krishna is saying, Radharani will, break it down. So that is one pastime at Kosi. And another pastime is once when Srila Prabhupada was at Allahabad, he will come to know that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati had come on a Vraja Parikrama. So Prabhupada wanted to meet his Guru Maharaj, and then he will come. That was in the year 1932, and he will come. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was at this place, at Kosi, and he will come. Prabhupada will come, and there was an announcement that was made saying that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj is going to give a lecture in the evening. In the meantime, if anybody wants to stay, you can stay. Otherwise, you can go visit Sesha Sai temple, which we will see next. So then Prabhupada was thinking, why should I, Sesha Sai temple, I can see anytime, but I will not get a chance to see Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur often. So he will stay back and he will eagerly hear the lecture what his Guru Maharaj has given. Then, in fact, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj has mentioned that he observed the eagerness of Abhay Charan, who was our Srila Prabhupada. Like he did mention one time that he's so eager to hear, and that is very, very impressed. And he said that he got impressed by that quality of Srila Prabhupada. So we should also pray that at this place that we will also be eagerly listening to our Gurudev with submissiveness. We'll be eagerly listening to Srila Prabhupada and all the parampara. That prayer we can make here at Kosi. And then we'll come to Sesha Sai. Sorry, I didn't keep title. So what happened at the Sesha Sai is, we'll see a nice Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu deity there. Then what happened here? One time Krishna was supposed to come to like the Rasa dance. Then he came late. So the gopis were upset, and the gopis were asking, like, Krishna, why are you late? Then Krishna says, there is, I think, Surya Rishi. I forgot the name of the Rishi, but there was a Rishi, and he was sitting on the bank of the ocean of yogurt, and he was doing his austerities there. And because of the cool breeze, the greasiness, the foam of the yogurt had come, and it stuck on, it came on the rocks where this Rishi was sitting. And because it was very greasy, he fell in the ocean of yogurt. And he said, then he was calling me for help. So I went to help him. And anyways, because I went all the way till there, I thought I'll go and see Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. And I saw Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, and I came. Then gopis will not believe. Gopis were saying, you are a liar. You always say all these things. Then immediately Krishna will say, oh, you will not believe me? Then he will call Balaram, and he will say, Balaram, he will give an indication to Balaram, and Balaram becomes Anantasesh, and immediately Krishna will become Narayana, and he will be sleeping on the Anantasesh. Then Lakshmi, then Radharani is all the Lakshmis come from Radharani. Then Radharani feels all the ecstasy, and she will jump into that scene, and she will be pressing Krishna's lotus feet, massaging Krishna's lotus feet. So that picture also is there in Sesha Sai temple. Actually, Sesha Sai is very, very quiet place, not much known. But yeah. So then here in the Sesha Sai temple complex, there is a lake called Ksheerasagar, like we know Ksheerasagar ocean, right? So it is non-different from that. The one we have, the Ksheerasagar lake here near Sesha Sai temple is believed to be non-different from the Ksheerasagar ocean. And what happened was, during the Mughal attack, the Sesha Sai deity was thrown in the Ksheerasagar Kund. Actually, the villagers also explain, sometimes in a year, the lake will become like whitish, milky whitish. It becomes like the milk color. So then when they threw it in the Mughals attack, the Sesha Sai deity was thrown in the lake, right? Then one time near to this village, there was one Brahmana. He had a desire to go to Puri. So it is almost 1500 kilometer parikrama. He wanted to do a Dandavat parikrama. And we know how they do Dandavats, right? They do Dandavats, they keep a stone near, like, they keep a stone, and again start from there, do Dandavats, again keep a stone with the hand, again start. So it's very, very difficult to do Dandavat Parikrama. Govardhan is almost 22 kilometers. That itself takes long time. But this Brahmana wanted to do all the way till Puri. Then he came to this place where Sesha Sai lake, this Ksheerasagar lake is there. And he will stop there, he will take his bath, then the local villagers will give him some food, he will do Madhukari. He stayed there that night. And in that night, in his dream, Vishnu will come and he will say that, oh, my heart is paining so much to see you taking so much trouble. Why do you have to go all the way to Puri? I am right here in the Ksheerasagar Kund. Tomorrow morning when you go to take bath, just go a little bit down and just go a little bit deeper and you will see something hard, and you call the villagers and bring me out. So the next day morning, this Brahmana will do the same. He will just go slowly and he will see that something hard thing touching, and then he will call the villagers. They will bring him out, and then the worship was established again. So that was the pastime of Seshasai deity, and we'll see nice paintings in the temple with all natural minerals. All the nice pastimes are depicted. And close to this place, it's the name is Paigram, I think. Yeah, Paigram. But there is one beautiful pastime. So there was one young boy and he lost his parents very early. So he went to Himalayas, and in the Himalayas he found a guru, and the guru said there is no need to do anything, you just go back to Vrindavan and take care of cows. And he was taking care of the cows, and he lived almost 200 years, and he would worship. He nicely, by just serving cows, he developed lot of devotion to Lord Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani. So he's like a yogi, right? They have lots of matted hair, and one day he will be going to pluck flowers for Srimati Radharani, for the worship. He will, for Krishna and Radharani worship, he will just go to collect the flowers. And because he had the matted hair, there was a thorny creeper which grows in Vrindavan so widely. So that creeper, his hair gets stuck in the creeper. And when the hair gets stuck in the creeper, so many will come to help him. But he will say, no, no, for whom I was coming to collect flowers, they only should come and, help me. So then finally Radharani and Sri Krishna only will come and take the entanglement and leave him free. That's one just pastime that I heard, just wanted to share. That also happened in this village. So that's all about today's Parikrama, Mataji. We can see day 21 and 22 tomorrow.
Yes, Mataji. Tomorrow we will do that.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very wonderful.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mataji.
कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
Namo Namaha.
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव
की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
धाम की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हर गैस पद्मसखी माता जी